Imagine sitting at your kitchen table, the soft hum of the refrigerator in the background, but all you can hear is the deafening silence of worry. The bills are piling up, and you feel like there's no way out. You wonder how you got here, and more importantly, how you'll ever get out. That was Sarah not so long ago, doing her best to keep her head above water. But life has a way of throwing curveballs. 3 months behind on rent. Credit cards maxed out, and the phone? It never stopped buzzing. Unknown numbers, collection agencies. She'd stare at the screen, hoping if she ignored it long enough, the calls would stop. But they never did. At 2 a.m., Sarah sat alone in the dim light of her kitchen. The world was asleep, but her mind raced. She felt utterly alone, trapped in a nightmare she couldn't wake up from. This wasn't just about money anymore. It was about fear, shame, and the belief that she'd never be free. But then, in the quiet of that night, in her darkest moment, Sarah fell to her knees, not to give up, but to surrender. She closed her eyes, surrounded by bills and fear, and whispered a prayer she hadn't spoken in years. It wasn't a prayer for a miracle, but for strength, to take just one step forward, to find a sliver of hope in the darkness. "God, I can't do this alone," she whispered, her voice trembling. "I don't know what to do, but I need help. Please, show me the way." In that moment, she let go of the need to have all the answers. She allowed herself to be vulnerable, to admit she was scared, and to trust that she didn't have to face this giant by herself. And right there, in her brokenness, something changed. It wasn't dramatic, no sudden wind, no booming voice from above, but a gentle peace settled over her. Fear didn't vanish, but it loosened its grip. It was enough to help her see that maybe, just maybe, she could take one small step. She realized she didn't have to conquer the giant all at once, she just had to start. So she took one brave step. She picked up the phone and called her landlord. Her hand shook as she dialed. Her voice wavered as she explained her situation, but she did it. She asked for help, for understanding, for a little more time. It wasn't easy, but it was honest. One small act of faith at a time, Sarah began to move forward. She made a budget, cut back where she could, and started tackling her debts one by one. Each step was hard, but each step made the giant a little smaller. Slowly, the giant began to shrink. It didn't happen overnight, but with every act of courage, every prayer, every honest conversation, Sarah grew stronger. Your biggest struggle is the start of your greatest testimony. The very thing that threatened to break you can become the story that inspires someone else to keep going. But what about you? Are you ready to pick up your stone of faith, to face your giant and take that first brave step?